first-time guest, Ben Chapman.
How's it going, everyone?
I just want to do a quick sound check here. Is this sound is going over there? We already have people watching us.
Awesome. I'm going to start a watch party right now.
We don't have a lot to talk about. We're like, let's just do a live. And I said, hey, Ben, what are we going to talk about? He said, I don't know. And I hope that music isn't too loud for you in the background. So what do you want to talk about, Ben?
I'm just going to wing it.
We're going to wing it?
Well, we're here at the Greater Irvine Republicans group. It's a meeting. It's their monthly meeting. It's going to start in about an hour. We wanted to have some time to kill and try out this new equipment.
Okay.
Hopefully it's coming in good.
We are streaming to 2 channels of Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. And if Greg Grass shows up, maybe we'll stream it from his page as well.
Yeah.
So let me turn off. Okay. All right, we're all live. We got people watching. Can you turn that down?
14 people right now.
You got 14 people already?
Yeah, 17.
17 people. Look at
19.
that.
Right.
So, okay, let me turn on the questions so we should be able to see your questions as well. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
Quality look okay?
All right,
guys?
So I'll just do a softball question. So, tell me a little about yourself, Ben.
I am politically active. I have been for about 7 years now. I started the Facebook page Republican Thinker 6 years ago, and I started it because Andrew Breitbart was a big inspiration to me. He was very big on politics and activism and kind of in-your-face politics, which I liked. And he was a good representation of conservatism. And so I started out just watching him. I met him at the Nixon Library about a year before he passed away. And I liked what he was doing. I liked his message. And so I started my Republican Thinker page. And that was about 6.5 years ago. And right now, it's almost about 125,000 fans.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't we stream from that?
We should sometime, yeah.
We're actually doing pretty good. We got 30 people watching us right now.
Awesome. Hi, everyone.
I'm just going to type up some notes as you're talking. Hopefully everyone can hear you if you want to talk for a little longer.
Yeah. So the page is growing, and basically what the page is, again, it's Republican Thinker. And I share news stories, some memes, humor, things like that, incorporate that, of course. But I want to reach out to try to pull in millennials to Republican Party. I want to just stay focused on real issues, not fake news media, not clickbait issues. So that's what I've been doing. We also use it to promote candidates, not just in Orange County, but throughout the state, throughout the country. We run ads for people and promote them in their districts and their area. So that's what we do.
Do we have any questions yet?
No, I see Connie. Hi, Connie.
Hey,
says
Connie.
she misses Andrew. I miss Andrew Breitbart as well.
Okay, so
Andrew Breitbart.
showing up tonight,
Yes.
Lisa Sparks is our guest speaker. Greg Grath's also coming.
Yeah.
We Don Sedgwick emailed me earlier today. He's also running for Congress in the 45th district. He agreed to do a live interview, so that leaves us with only Lisa Sparks to interview. I did talk to a friend of Katie Porter's today. I said, "Hey, you think Katie'd go live?" And they said, "Maybe not." So, okay.
I don't think Katie's going to do it. I think she's afraid of you.
You never. No, no. Honestly, if she came on, I'd be super polite to her, like I am to everybody.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? We're always polite to people.
Yeah, you are.
We're always nice.
You are.
A couple updates on the studio. I talked earlier about we have a possible sponsor that's going to let us use this studio. Only hold up with that is there's no internet at that studio. So we're trying to get some high-speed internet in there, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
So we're going to have a bunch of upcoming candidates. We're going to have Peggy Huang again on the 11th of November. She's going to be interviewed. Kelly Ernby running for state assembly. She is going to be interviewed this Sunday. I've already put an event out on the page for that.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep increasing our video capabilities.
It's a good race
with
going
multiple
on right now.
multiple cameras and multiple angles. So eventually we're going to get look like a full production similar to probably visually like Joe Rogan's podcast, if you've seen that.
Yes,
So,
yes,
I mean, his is hands down the most popular podcast in the world, but we're not going to be at that level as we only do local politics. People have approached me. They want us to go national. I don't know. I like it the way it is now, just local stuff.
Well, you potentially have Dan Crenshaw coming on also.
Yeah, I have to. Supposedly, I'm supposed to have a Navy SEAL on. That's his friend, and then from there we'll get Dan Crenshaw.
Okay.
Also,
I want to get my buddy Brian Talley, who's, as I mentioned earlier, he is working on a veterans bill for health care and to get them.
Can you tell me a little more about that?
So, so it's called the Talley Bill, and it's a bipartisan bill. He's working with Mark Meadows, Congressman Mark Meadows, and Mark Levin, who's in South Orange County and San Diego. But it's a bipartisan bill. It has nothing to do with Republican or Democrat. He wants to do the best for veterans. So he reached out to me yesterday. We've been Facebook buddies for a while now. We talked on the phone yesterday, had a good conversation.
Good question. So specifically about veterans, I mean, is there something wrong with the VA that they wanted to fix?
Oh yes, yeah. He was involved in some malpractice issues in the past, and so he wants to work on bettering things for veterans.
Oh, we should have him on.
Yeah. So I told him about you, and he'll be on, hopefully.
We got like 20 people watching, but nobody's commenting. Okay, Matt Wright has a question. He says, "Hi Mark, I'm the one viewer right now. What are your topic headlines?" Actually, Matt Wright, we are streaming on multiple platforms. So on one page we have 24 people, and on the one you're watching we have one person. You're watching, let me see, you're watching on my public figure page. That's what it says right here on my screen. And then we're also streaming on YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, and then my main Facebook page.
Shelly said, "What isn't wrong with the VA?"
Yeah. So it wasn't so much that we have a topic or a prepared, outline. So much that Ben wanted to go live. He wanted to check out the equipment.
Yeah, it's my first time going live.
Yeah.
So hi everyone watching.
And as people file into the dinner, a bunch of people are going to be appearing behind us in the next 10 minutes. Again, we're at the Greater Irvine Republican Dinner. The Greater Irvine Republicans was born last December after the Republican losses in Orange County, and now this 750, 800 person strong organization has sprung to life, and these are new people. It's quite impressive what they have accomplished in a very small time. And one of the chairman, John Park, is running around here somewhere.
Setting up.
One of these days, I'm going to get him to sit down and be live and talk about it, because it is very impressive what he has done. And if the camera wasn't fixed, I would flip the camera around and show you the room that he set up. And he spent his own money and he stood this organization up. Very impressive.
He's paving the way for a lot of organizations. Yeah. We'll get back to that in a second. Daniel just asked, what are Republicans planning to do to get Morlock re-elected?
Okay, we have a couple questions from the audience.
It's a good question.
Matt Wright said, "Who is Ben?" This is Ben right here. Ben Chapman. And then Joe Long says, "Please give a summary of the new veterans bill." That's a question for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to answer Daniel's question also. He asked about here. Knocking on doors. I'm going to be contacting John pretty soon, and I'm going to knock on doors for him, do as much as I can. Hopefully you can have him on your stream.
Yeah.
Is that a plan?
Yeah.
John?
I'll have anybody on,
Okay.
especially veterans. On that, we have an unnamed congressman yet. I only talked to staff, and a sitting member of Congress we're going to get on camera.
Okay.
But I still got to send the official request over, and this is somebody that is known to take care of veterans, and I can't announce it yet. So we got to find out. We got to get a solid answer first.
Okay. So I am going to actually put the link for the tally bill in the comments, and it has the specifics on it. And my buddy Brian Talley, again, it's named after him, he will hopefully be watching this, and he can answer all questions. But like I said, he lives in Temecula, and he wants to come out to Orange County and do a live stream, hopefully, so Mark will have him on.
So I got some questions.
Yes.
So let's do a softball question. Do you have any pets?
I do have a dog.
You have a dog. What kind of dog?
She is a Morkie. She's a Maltese Yorkie.
Really? I had a dog years ago. Then after the Belgian Malinois, I think they called, that took out the terrorists, I was like, man, I should adopt one of those. When I was in the Army, I was military police, and we would get bitten by dogs. You know, the attack dogs. We put the suit on, and we let them bite us and stuff. So, cool.
Yeah, I've had her for about 11 years now.
I was just about to ask you, how old is she?
She's 11 and a half.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've had her for a few months after she was born.
All right, cool.
And these are the kinds of questions you ask, and Katie's afraid to come on here.
Actually, I got some political questions.
Yes, Connie.
I got some generalized questions. Say, what was your worst day in politics? And before you do that, what was your best day in politics for you personally?
My worst day in politics. I felt like I didn't help enough with the candidates in the 2018 election. So I'm going to say the election day.
Yeah.
2018, worst day?
I'd say I've had a couple of bad election days, but I also had a good election day, March 12th, when Dawn won. When we were on that campaign.
Yes.
That was a good.
I watched that live
awesome
stream
day.
actually.
Did I stream it from the victory party?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. That was a great victory party. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to be ramping up Don's camp. Well, his campaign's already fundraising, but that was going to be a repeat of last time. And he should win it pretty easily, I think, this time.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the people that gave money to Loretta Sanchez, they thought Don was going to lose, but now they're donating money to Don Wagner.
Nice.
So I've heard
and then
that
Michelle
one.
Steele and other supervisors running for the congressional seat, running against Harley Ruda. And Mike Posey's running to take her spot as supervisor. So,
you know what's interesting is a lot of the political outsiders don't realize that Katie Porter's very vulnerable, and there's nothing as evident as she's getting tons of attention on the mainstream media, like a lot. She's everywhere on TV, which means they're trying to help her. That's what you do when you kind of help them. Harley Ruda and Gil Cisneros, you don't hear about them because they're not as vulnerable.
Right.
So the polls are probably showing that they're going to win, or it's going to be
the
easy for
polls
them.
are showing that they're tied right now, though.
Yeah, but the one that's likely to lose, flip back to Republican, is the 45th congressional district. And why else would you have 4 serious candidates with serious money showing up, putting everything on the line? Greg, Peggy, Dawn, and Lisa tonight. People don't do that with millions in dollars and putting their whole careers on the line if they think they're going to lose.
Right.
So that's why she's the most vulnerable. That's why so many people are going after that seat. And that's why the mainstream media and the main Democrat Party at the national level is trying to help her out. And most people, you got to, peel the onion back, and that's kind of how it is, right? Would you agree?
Yeah. We have another question from Donna Marie. Ben,
questions?
how do you plan on attracting millennials to the Republican Party? Good question, Donna. I would say things like this. Mark has been doing this for a few months now, and your reach is how much?
It depends. It was weird. I think last night was World Series, though.
Okay.
Like, we had 50 views. I was like, what is going on with my software? We had a glitch or something. But we usually get like 1,000 on a bad day. So that was really weird. If I go solo, but that was really weird. But I know we had 3,000 people watching us live with Greg. That was pretty cool.
Nice. And then with Peggy, we had
a couple thousand, 1,000 I think live.
That was early in the day, though.
Yeah, early in the day. It was a bad. The best time to live stream is Sunday through Thursday after 6 p.m. It's prime time. Kind of like right now, where we got a decent amount of people on. We actually went a little early. Usually I wait till like 6:30 sometimes. It's like a sweet spot where everyone is.
Yeah, people are driving home
after,
right now.
Yeah, they're either in the car or they're.
We have 23 people watching. Hi, everyone watching.
We got more than that. We have, and I want to.
Or at least on my feed, my watch thing.
We have like 25, 30 people because we're on multiple platforms. Let's give them something to talk about.
Yeah, well, Donna,
let's give them some insider politics because a lot of people, they're just like, oh, we love this lady or they love this person. I'm not going to make it personal. We love this candidate or this politician. But you don't realize they're getting all the attention from the mainstream media because they need it because they're going to lose their election. Like, it's no secret, Trump's probably going to come out to the 45th to help whoever wins the primary.
Yeah.
Because they need that push to get everyone rallied together, just like they're doing on her side. They're not doing that for Gil Cisneros or Harley Ruda because they might win re-election. So the Democrats, they're not stupid. They're doing their polling. They have their political consultants. And this insider politics behind the scenes stuff, there's political consultants that'll run a Republican campaign one year and then do a Democrat campaign the next year. It's the same people, the same political hired guns.
Yeah.
And, you have printers literally printing hit pieces on both candidates. So the same printer is attacking, he's just printing paper and he's delivering mail. They're attacking both candidates on both sides.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I hired some advertising in 2016. The same people took money from me, took money from my opponent, and they attacked me. Wow. A secret attack. Wow. That sucked. That was irritating, but then that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah. Well, I want to answer Donna's question. So, how do you attract millennials? So again, like this is one way, Donna, and social media.
Am I ever gonna get the chairman on?
So my my Republican Thinker page again, it's about 124,000 people. We want to get.
There's the chairman of the party right there.
Engaged. We want to get candidates who are running for Congress, running for state senate, running for all these different offices to do things like this, to reach out to millennials and younger people and get them
involved. Real quick.
Oh, we're going to take a picture.
Can we get you on camera? Someone that sneezed and an 800-person organization came out like that, right, overnight?
Connie asked Ben, "Will you run for any?"
So anyway,
kind of
this
office
is just John. He doesn't want to be on camera.
In your
but
district.
It's quite impressive what John did.
It is very impressive.
Yeah.
Yes. Connie, I am weighing options right now. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I have some things planned up, exciting things coming up in the next few weeks. So stay tuned. And yeah, it's gonna get
So,
busy. Life is busy right
but we
now.
got a bunch of people watching, so you guys should ask some questions because
Oh, they're
I'm
asking.
just they're not on mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them.
We have multiple. Hold on, maybe I'm missing
Here, I'll
questions
put them
somewhere
right there in
else.
front of them, in the middle.
Okay, all right. So we have
Jonathan just asked, should the Republican Party let Democrats flee CA and New York, or fight for them to remain and attract them to switch parties?
I'm not leaving. This is my home.
I'm not leaving.
This is my home. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, the thing about that, and what's your take on liberals who live in California, let's say, or New York, and then they move to red states, Arizona, Texas, so
You'd
forth?
have to give me that's overgeneralized. You got to give me some specific examples.
Okay, let's
I
say.
mean,
How many people are fleeing California?
I don't
right
know.
now? A lot.
Okay, I mean, I'll take your
A
word
lot.
for it. I mean, if you want to talk about a certain set of data, and
Yeah.
we'll look at that certain example.
Okay.
But we'll generalize here.
Okay.
So people that flee don't stay home.
Yeah.
Make your home better. Well, unless you want to move, then move. But I'd say it's don't run for that purpose. Don't run away from your home. I mean,
No.
I know at some point you kind of have to, but
Well, my thing is that people who are in blue states and then they flee because of high taxes or gas prices and so
yeah,
forth.
and then they vote in people to do the same policies
And then
before.
they vote to
Yeah, I
Texas
get
or
it.
something and they vote the same way. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. So yeah.
I was in Texas a
You're
couple
welcome,
years
Donnie.
ago,
Mhm.
and there was, or was it last year? So I was in
There's another
Texas,
question right there.
and there was bumper stickers that said "Don't California my Texas."
Yeah, exactly.
So how close is Nevada to flipping red? My answer is I don't know. I'd have to Google that.
Yeah, I'd have to Google that
I've
one
never
also,
lived in
actually.
Nevada.
Yeah.
Thanks for addressing my question. How do we get people interested in helping in Northern California have a voice? Start your own chapter of a group. I mean, this whole event. I'll flip the camera around this dinner that happens every month. 60 to 80 people
Sold out.
show up. Sold out every month.
Every month.
This didn't exist until last December when the chairman right there that he won't get on camera
He won't get on
started
camera.
this, and it's nothing. It's very it's very impressive what he did.
Yeah.
And the organization, the skill, and the time he put into it. So start your own group. I don't know what your hidden talents are. I apparently am good at live streaming.
Yeah.
I'm
good at networking. I mean,
I have-
I had a meeting yesterday with John Merrill. He's the
Yeah.
vice president of Log Cabin Republicans here in Orange County, and I told him, I said, whatever I can do to help you guys. I'm not a member of the Log Cabin Republicans, but I said whatever I can do to help you guys, promote you guys. If you guys want to come to events like this, the Greater Irvine Republicans, Greater Santa Ana Republicans meetings.
Yeah.
These events are sold out all the time
Yeah.
because
Also-
people want to be involved. They want
Also-
to engage. They want to get active.
On that, you can also talk to your electeds. Believe it or not, I am surprised how easy it is to talk to them. I am
Yeah.
surprised how easy it is to get them on camera. Believe it or not, it's actually. I've had the mayor on. I've had multiple mayors. Yeah, like 3 or 4 mayors on. I've had multiple city council people on, congressional candidates, and I just tell them I want to sit and talk, and I'm not paying them anything other than we're gonna have a conversation and engage with the community, and it's been nothing short of an amazing experience. And I
You have
went from
another question?
I just a little more about that. I went from a guy that had no social media. I had a secret job with a secret clearance, doing anti-terrorism stuff, and then I went to this, which is quite interesting. I never thought we'd ever be doing this.
Here you are interviewing
Major candidates.
congressional candidates. That's awesome.
And Don Sedgwick emailed me today, and he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." He's in at San Clemente, so I said, "Oh, all right, I'll pack up the studio. I'm going to come to you."
Okay.
But I think what it was is once I got Greg, that went really well.
Yeah.
And then the Peggy
How much
interview
did you
was
raise?
like it ended up being $2,500,
From just the live stream.
$1,700 during live stream. Wow. But then we nailed the Peggy interview. Peggy Huang interview went really well. It was well rehearsed, and I mean, this is live. When I say rehearsed, I meant planned out. So
if I run for office and we do a live stream, I can fundraise something?
Yeah. Also, when I do the live streams with the headsets and the really good setup, we're not going to be talking over each other.
Okay.
Because right now it's
Oh,
a
people are
natural
coming in.
tendency to talk over each other, but when you have the headsets on, it's crystal clear.
Okay.
Have you ever done a live or a podcast with
Have
those
not.
headsets?
No.
It's actually quite pleasant. There's not all this background noise, and the voices come over crystal clear.
No, the only thing I've done
Yeah.
was live with Graham Ledger.
Okay.
There's another question right there about Northern California.
That's why I said, how do we get people interested in from the kind of have a voice? That's why I said, do a live stream.
Oh, okay.
Get out there, talk to the people. I started live streaming in 2015 before he was even on Facebook, and I just started doing this. because I was doing acting, and then I was doing real estate education a little bit, and then I just enjoyed this format. And here we are, some more questions. Brian
my buddy
Hester
Brian.
says, thanks for taking my question. Then Mark
Hey,
signed,
Brian.
Grandpa Hester. Awesome. Yeah. A lot of politicians initially were afraid of going live with me until they saw everyone else doing it, and they didn't want to be left out.
Exactly.
Once they saw thousands
'Cause
and
this is
thousands
where
of local
this
views,
is where it is right here.
this is what it is. You know, it's funny. There's this one thing that happened last election. I met with a 70-some-year-old political consultant, expert. Like, you know, he turned down Obama years ago. That's like how long this guy's been there. He's 70-something, and he sits with us, and he's kind of secretly consulting with us behind the scenes. And he's sitting with me and Nisa, and he's like, Mark, there's this thing you got to check out. It's going to help your campaign. He's like, you heard of social media? I was like, yeah. I'm like,
no, never heard
it
of
was
it.
an honest question. Like, he had just found out about it.
God.
This guy had probably won 50, maybe 100, maybe 200 elections in his life. I mean, 300 elections. They've been doing it for 50 years, something like that, since his early 20s.
Gosh. No, never heard of it.
And well, a lot of the people in the political shot callers, they're older, and they rely on mail and traditional things that they've been winning elections for 50 years, right? In some cases, and you know them, right?
Yeah.
And live streaming just came around 2016 on Facebook anyway. It was 2015, 2014. It was on Twitter and Periscope. And then I think it was April 2016. It went to Facebook Live, and I knew that was going to be big.
Yeah. So candidates, anybody watching out there, this is what you need to start doing right here. Start live streaming, one-on-one, taking questions.
You can do a town hall, and a lot of like Dan Crenshaw has embraced it.
Yes.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah. That's right.
A lot of congressional candidates have. Lou's office did a live stream the other day from the 46th congressional district.
Has Katie Porter done a live stream? Not with you, but
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. That was kind of a rhetorical question.
I know. I need to be not personal with that one, because in case of the event she actually does do an interview,
She should.
I will 100% take an interview with her, and we'll sit down like this, and it'll be totally, she could talk as long as she wants, because I know that people watch.
Yeah.
I know they do. Or, you know, we could actually, if you guys want to, we can stream it to our page.
There you go. Do that also.
I was told today, the more you post, less likely it is to go live.
Yeah.
But no, we keep it professional, though.
I have a question for you, though. What are the plans for you in future politics? What's going on?
To be determined.
Okay.
I didn't think it would take this long to sort my stuff out. I thought it'd be sorted out by now. Still waiting on some phone calls. We gotta sort some things out, and then we'll announce. I thought it was gonna be like a month ago already. I wish people would be stronger.
Yeah.
I wish they'd be more sure of themselves.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And be stronger. Just be sure of yourself. Be confident. You're gonna be okay no matter what.
Yeah.
We're all gonna sort through this together and make it happen. And I'm looking for. It's gonna be a fun year.
It is going to be a fun year. I'm
The
really excited.
president is going to be involved in the 45th congressional district. You know, all of humanity looks at that position, regardless of the person that fills that job. The president, all of humanity looks at that one position of the United States.
Okay.
He's that guy. That position's coming here.
And he's coming here
to our
That's
district.
Right. Last time he was here it was in Costa Mesa, and it was when he was running for president, and the turnout was amazing.
Do you think he'll come to here, this room? I think there's a chance. It might be at this location.
He's going to need something a little larger than
No,
This is a big.
No, if it's a private event, he does private events.
Oh, he does
When he was in
private
Beverly
events. Yes,
Hills
yeah,
recently, they raised $15 million in a day.
Wow.
Did you hear about that one? It was like a private fundraiser for the campaign.
Wow.
So
Get me invited.
I just think it's going to be interesting, regardless of what you think.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they're like, oh, I hate this guy, I hate that guy. Like, listen, guys, I worked for people I didn't like in the Army. I worked for people I hated, but I did my duty and we did our jobs. I worked for people a million times worse than I worked for real tyrants in the Army.
Yeah. Well, and he's not a perfect president, and I wasn't on board with him in the 2016 election. I mean, I was skeptical about him, but I'm a huge supporter of what he's doing. And again, I don't agree with everything he's doing. And
you're never going to agree with anybody.
No, certainly not.
But there's Stephen Carter, which he is surprisingly, I think a liberal Democrat that supported me last election. He donated my campaign, and he's very reasonable. And I told him at that one comment, I said, I worked for people I didn't like before, but I did my duty. And he respected that one. And I wish we could all just, hold hands and get along, right? Like we're all magically going to get along overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll do the best we can. And you're never going to be able to keep everyone happy. It just... I tried, and I really tried in 2016 and 2018 to reach out to people. You tried,
Yeah. So, guys, we're just kind of waiting around for the Greater Irvine event to start. So, if anybody has any questions or anything,
No, there's okay.
Mark
Our
and
friends
I
are showing up. How long have we been going on for? Let's hit 30 minutes.
Okay.
Let's do 30
We'll
minutes.
do about
It's about 25. Yeah.
Okay.
This is fun though.
Hey, my dad's on here. Proud
Dad's
of you,
here?
son. Hi, Pop. Hi, Pop.
You want to introduce Craig? Or...
Craig, come on over.
Want to say hi? Do you want to sit down? Craig can sit down for a minute.
Sure.
I'm gonna get me some coffee and water. Let me sit down and say hello.
What are we doing over here, boys?
We are live streaming right now.
You
everyone,
are?
Craig is here. He is getting better. He's on the road to recovery right now.
The bishop is in the house.
The bishop is in the house. So we have 11 people watching on mine. We have 20 people watching on Mark's.
Oh, nice.
So,
Excellent.
yeah.
Good deal. Well, the crowd's gathering, so we'll have quite a crowd when we get everybody all together here tonight. It's good to get all those Republicans together in one place and share our views and talk about positive things for the future.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
And I've met some amazing people at these Greater Irvine events, at just local events in general throughout Orange County. I've just met some amazing people. So Mark,
nice and loud too, Mike.
yeah, Mark is. I met him through the Greater Irvine Republicans, and so he's
The king
it's a
of
great group of people.
live casting.
For Irvine,
King of live stream.
in OC doing it.
Ah, excellent.
Are we gonna wrap it up? Or are we gonna?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sit back down.
All right, guys.
Okay.
And that was Craig. He'll be doing the invocation tonight. So you asked about politics. It'll be school board or city council.
Okay.
It'd be one of those two. Most likely one of the two.
And for those who don't know, what city?
Irvine.
Irvine, City of Irvine.
They're watching. People are watching.
Oh, I'm sure.
It'll be one of the two. I'm sure of it. I will be involved. I'll be working on campaigns up till March 3rd. That's our first election day in the primary. So we're going to work on those elections, and then all the way up to the general election November 3rd as well.
And I have a few friends watching that don't know your background. So what's your military
Oh, my background is 20 years U.S. Army, military police, captain, commander, anti-terrorism officer, and security advisor for the Pacific region. Since I retired in 2016, I served as the vice president of a PTA for my kids' school. Also served as a commissioner for the city for investment advisory committee. I currently sit on the mayor's advisory committee for Irvine, and I am a county commissioner appointed by Don Wagner and voted in by the Orange County Board of Supervisors for waste management.
Yeah.
How's that for a 30-second
There you go.
That was rehearsed, you could tell.
Nailed everything. All right. So we have Barry. Thanks, Barry. He is feeling better. Shelly, Brian, we're trying to do what we can.
I forgot. Also ran for school board 2016 and city council 2018.
Yeah.
And just kinda keep going.
What's your advice for anybody who wants to run for city council?
Okay, get yourself emotionally ready. If you're a serious candidate, look right in the camera. If you are a serious candidate, be prepared to be attacked. You're going to. Don't cry, don't whine about it. Boo-hoo. They're going to politically attack you. Get over it. Have thick skin. Have steel skin. Imagine going to your mailbox and seeing postcards about you, lies about you, and untruths and all the other stuff. Last one, they made up one. They didn't have anything on me, so they made a mailer saying I stink like eggs. I'm like, really? That's the best you got? They made one mailer of pretending I was a puppet of the old mayor, and I actually got a viral video made. Went viral. I spread it everywhere, and it was really funny that they photoshopped me better looking than the candidate Anthony Cuo. Like,
Yeah,
nothing about Anthony, but that wasn't his thing. It was somebody else. But you photoshopped me better than your candidate. But then you know what I did? I did the video, right?
Yeah.
And then like 3 weeks later, there was another postcard, and I looked horrible. They actually like, oh, okay, and they responded. It was like a dialogue. And then I actually found out some of the other people over this last year. So that was a lot of fun when I found how much money they spent. Oh my God, guys, seriously, just pay me to do the hits on me. You could have spent like a fraction and just hired me. Just pay me to do the hits on me. I'll give you better postcard information, I promise. So if you're gonna run against me and you just pay me to hit myself, I mean, they spent hundreds of thousands. I was like, because I thought it was like 60 to 100 or something. And then like when the people they're like, no, it was way more we spent. I was like, no way.
So you might run again then?
I will probably.
Considering
Yeah,
it. All right.
I'm not considering it. I'm going to run
Okay.
next year. It just depends what seat I'm going to run for. And I was trying to make some phone calls today. And again, I wish people just be more strong and more sure of themselves and come together as a team.
Yes. Unity, definitely. So my dad said thank you for your service.
You're welcome. It was 20 years of fun.
Yes. Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Robert. Robert's my coworker.
Awesome. Hey, Robert.
All right, guys. So I think we're pretty much good.
I'm just getting
People are
warmed
starting to
up.
show and now you're getting warmed up.
We're fine. Yeah, I just got some coffee. I'm doing good. We can keep going. Our resolution is pretty good. We're at 20 frames per second, and we're on Wi-Fi, which is pretty awesome. And this is a good reflection of how it's going to look.
Okay.
So our settings are all good to go. We got a bunch of people that showed up. I don't know what happened last night when we were streaming from Greg's house.
I don't know what happened with that. I didn't get any notification.
Well, we did
sat at my table for about an hour. And nothing.
Yeah, we did a 30-second sound test, and like all of a sudden 40 people popped in and saw it. And then we did a 30-minute live stream, and like it was only 40 people who watched it. So some kind of setting. Maybe we're fine now. I don't know. I'm using the new equipment, and I apologize if my sound isn't as good as normal. Again, we're just using that little microphone. Usually we use the professional soundboard. So who else is watching? Ask questions, guys.
Yeah, any questions, guys? Anybody who's joining now? We're just hanging out before the meeting starts in about 30 minutes.
The truth about politics. You guys want to know some truth? But
it's going to start in about 15 minutes. So
yeah. Oh no, there's still. The official start time is a social hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go be social.
Oh yeah. Needs to show up though. Where's Nisa?
Nisa's right there. She's like literally right there.
Oh, there she is. All right.
It's so nice having you on again and talking about. I'm in like interview mode.
Yeah.
Like every time I get in front of a camera, I'm just going to ask you questions. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'll ask you some more questions.
Sure.
So, what about your political plans?
That's a good question. I have been going to meetings with several people throughout Orange County, as a matter of fact.
Can you say who?
I can. I met up with City Council member Alan Mansour, who's in Costa Mesa, and we had a good conversation about 2 weeks ago. We met up for coffee. Who else have I met up with? I met up with Chairman of the Orange County Republican Party, Fred Whitaker. We had a very good meeting. Randall Avila was there also. We'll be meeting with with Councilman Mike Posey over in Huntington Beach. I've had some great meetings with local people.
So speaking of Mike Posey, we have him lined up for an interview as well.
Really?
Yeah. If you want to, you can come be the third person to interview him.
Yeah. Mike's an awesome guy.
Let's see. Awesome. Also, Fred Whitaker, I have a meeting with him. They want me to consult with them to set up a live streaming kit. So they're going to live stream all their events. So the Democrats, if they catch up, you guys got nobody. Okay, that's a little mean.
We're working to take back Orange County. And I'm trying to do as much as I can this year to help people knock on doors, make phone calls, whatever I have to do, promote them on my page. But you need to get Morlock on also.
John Morlock?
You need to get John Morlock on. Because I'm not a fan of Katrina Foley.
Katrina Foley might come on.
Get her on.
Yeah.
You should get Democrats on.
That's the cards on the table. My sponsor wants me to interview Democrats as well, to be bipartisan, to bring people together instead of dividing.
Yeah.
So that's the message we want to put out, is bring people together and not divide them and fight for no reason. So we'll interview Democrats and try to find the things that both sides get along with. I've always tried to be nonpartisan as much as possible, but it is what it is. But I will interview anybody. We do have one Democrat I talked to today who is, I'm not going to say names until they come on, but she's one that's friends with, KP.
Oh, got it.
And we kind of had a quick laugh. I've known that person for years, and that person's going to come on.
Okay.
But that person's been pretty open and honest about doing interviews with everyone, so I give her that.
You kind of need to be if you're going to be interviewing people. I mean, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, you just need to be open-minded when you're doing an interview, especially with those on the other side of the aisle. So.
Yeah, but you do have to play politics, literal politics, when interviewing one person's going to upset another, but sometimes you just kind of got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm more of a libertarian Republican myself. I mean, I'll look at issues, as they come. So I'm certainly not just party until the party line.
It's starting to get loud in here. I hope people can hear us. Any last? No, that's Lisa's back there with Stephanie and Deborah and Davey, and some college Republicans showed up.
College Republicans, they're awesome. They've been showing up at tons of events, which is great.
Looks like the quality is pretty good too. So I'm looking at us right now.
Yeah. And I got you guys on my phone also.
All right, we're gonna take some good pictures today.
Yeah.
And send them to me. I'm gonna do at least 4 good ones for a quad on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah.
God, the things that I worry about now compared to 10 years ago. How was I? Okay. I was a platoon leader, I think.
What?
I was in the Army 10 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
I was in the middle of my career. It's, worrying about tanks and this, that, and the other. Literal.
Right. Yeah.
My life has changed. All right, guys.
All right, guys, we're gonna head on out.
Appreciate it.
Thank you everyone for watching again. This is my first live stream, so first time doing this. But
Don't forget to share, like the broadcast. Join us Sunday evening at 6 p.m. We will be interviewing Kelly Earnby. Let me tag her on this, and she'll be here shortly. We could wait for her.
Well, and Greg Raths is on his way.
Yeah, Greg's here.
Also.
So, and no longer do you have to go to a town hall in person. I'm bringing the town hall to you. That's a good buzzword.
That's a good.
Bringing the town hall
I
to
like
you.
Yeah,
Bringing the town hall to you. So we're gonna bring all the candidates live, ask them questions. No longer do you have to drive for an hour, sit there for 2 hours, and hope Katie Porter pulls your piece of paper and reads it and answers your question. Maybe. How about we're just gonna bring them, and then at the comfort of your home, on your couch, on the toilet, wherever you're at, you can just ask your politician, your representative. Remember, they represent you, not themselves. Questions and see what they have to say.
Yeah.
And
thank you, Mark, for having me on.
so, are we going to do an official announcement for you anytime soon?
In a few weeks,
Okay.
we'll get together and go down that
Maybe
road.
we can do it together because I'd like to announce what I'd like to do. But again, I need people to answer the phones so we can work together as a team.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the camera awkwardly.
Big news coming up,
You're
though,
watching.
guys. I've been doing my research and a few things coming up. So stay tuned.
So,
And if any announcements are made, it'll be with Mr. Nugent here.
see how I can say who's watching?
Yeah.
You would not imagine the names that are coming across that screen.
Oh, Dean Gross.
Yeah,
watching.
it tells us. By the way, it tells us. Don't
Los Alamitos?
no, it freaks some people out. I had somebody that is a politician, and she wasn't familiar with this, and this was just last election. And I'll bust her out. And I was like, "Hi, so and so," and then she freaked out and threw the phone because she told me she thought I could see her. And I learned, and then a couple other people, I would greet them. They were bigger name politicians, and they would not want to watch anymore while it was live. But I could. But the thing is, I tell the truth, and that's why they do watch.
Yeah.
We get the insider politics, and
Mike Aska asked, "Is it too late to go to the meeting?" Yeah, Mike. Sorry, the cutoff is usually about
just show up.
Sunday.
Just show up. Just show up.
Or just show up.
Yeah. There's always people that don't show up. There's always like 3 or 4 people that don't show up.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
All right.
I
didn't say that. Don't
quote
watch
me.
this, John.
Don't quote me, John. Look have security.
Yeah.
But the ticket's only 20 some bucks. Just if you show up, give them 20 bucks. Give them for the food or whatever.
Yeah, it's 25
And,
bucks. So
John keeps the prices really low. These dinners are very cheap.
food's good.
Food is really good. This
Wine,
is something.
water,
yeah,
iced tea.
an event like this, you expect to pay $50 to $100 a ticket. John,
And they have
there was-
congressional candidates speak.
Yeah, usually these are $200 seats, and but John keeps it at 20 some dollars a ticket. It's like $23. He
Yeah.
keeps it at cost because he's trying to build the organization.
Yeah.
He's not making money. One of these days, John Park, I'm gonna get you on camera. I know you're behind me. Where are you at?
Right there, talking to Craig.
But a lot of people are very impressed with you, John. It's very admirable what you've done with this organization. It's wow. It is.
Every
when
month
his,
again, it's
when
sold
his vision,
out.
what his vision was to, we're gonna probably rival OC GOP or even more so. And they built an organization, and that's gonna, because he's only gonna do 2 years as chairman. He's stepping down.
Okay.
So he's already looking for his replacement, like a good leader does. So thanks, John. Appreciate that. And
But see, all of these groups need to work together.
okay, and get a cool button. Grab a button. Can you grab one?
All of these groups need to work together. And,
So if you go,
yeah.
you get a cool button too.
You do. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
So anybody who's on Facebook, obviously a lot of you guys are, check out, if you're in the Orange County area, look for Greater Irvine Republicans, the Facebook group. They usually post news, things like that. Or if you are also in Orange County or in the surrounding area, I created a group called Orange County Conservatives. And so you can look that up, join the group. I'll get you approved, all of that.
So I'm glad that the software is all working. We're streaming at 27 frames a second. We're doing good quality stream. And then, so we're going to wrap it up. Usually we do an hour. I'm betting 500 people were here. I'm betting.
Yeah.
Based on the numbers. So numbers are
40
good.
minutes, it's not bad.
All right. I wish you get more questions, but it seems like a lot of new people are watching. Maybe a lot of your friends.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It is getting loud in here. Everything.
Yeah, we got to go mingle around also. So
I had a bunch of people trying to see us here. You guys look at the back of my head. And we're upgrading our studio, so there's gonna be multiple camera angles. Last night we actually had 2 cameras. Like I said, eventually like a 3 or 4 camera setup. And we got a lot of cool stuff for you guys. So stay tuned and join us Sunday evening, definitely. And we might do some live stream before then. So Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Kelly Earnby, candidate for state assembly. We will be live from her office.
and big announcement next month, about middle of the month, middle of November.
Okay.
So stay
All right, guys.
tuned. See you guys later.